watch my film, The Obama Deception, and I'm just so proud to have made these documentary films and so honored to have this amazing team here in the office that worked with me and made this possible. If every American would sit down and watch Fall of the Republic, we would defeat the New World Order. There's no doubt. That would wake up 60, 70% of the people that saw it conservatively, and they would understand the entire game plan, and it'd be over for the New World Order. If the public had any idea the peril they're in and how they've been robbed and what's going on and where this is leading and going, I know you as an audience know this, and I go to you time and time again, and I say, carry the truth to the people, educate them. That's why you can download the film at prisonplanet.tv in high quality, make disc. Most DVD players sold the last 4 or 5 years play DivX. We have a DivX download that's really good quality, almost as good as regular DVD. It burns to regular, cheap, 20-cent CDs that'll play on most DVD players and all computers, all modern computers. We have all the other different downloads at prisonplanet.tv, the shows in higher quality. We advertise and link to the films free on Infowars.com to the great folks that have posted it on their channels at YouTube, like Change the Channel, in pretty good quality. And, I mean, is that pearls before swine? I don't think it is. I don't think 5 million views, though, on that one channel for Obama Deception and 1.5 million or whatever it is for Fall of the Republic. I mean, there's hundreds of other channels and streams and BitTorrents, and conservatively, Obama Deception's been seen by, I'd say, 40 million people. This has been seen by 4 or 5 million, Fall of the Republic. There's no way to gauge what people have done on the street. The great folks at Freedom's Phoenix out in Arizona gave out over 30,000 copies at the university and in the town. I mean, on record, gave out 30,000 copies. I mean, that is aggressive. That is powerful. That's the spirit that could save this country. And everything we've talked about, everything we've exposed in hindsight has been proven right. And we are real. And that's why the New World Order hates us. They hate Fall of the Republic. They hate the Obama Deception. They hate Endgame because it is veritas. It is truth. It shatters the left-right control bridle, the governor system that controls people's minds and limits their thought processes. It shatters the fake environmental movement. It shatters the federalization of police and Northcom. And I just wish I could somehow sit down and talk to every American and reach out to them. They've been brought up in tyranny incrementally. They psychologically are too afraid to admit the full magnitude of it. It's hard for me to admit it to myself consciously. That's why a lot of times I wake up almost every night at like 3:30 in the morning now, just laying there in the bed going, my God, this is so real. This is so big. This is so evil. And I am not perfect. I don't have all the answers. I get angry. I get primitive. I get very aggressive, and I try to govern it. It's almost like I want to stop jogging every morning because it just gets me more and more angry and more aggressive, the testosterone. Because as a natural man, a red-blooded man, when people are doing these type of bad things, I mean, it just creates not even rage or anger, just more than fury, just like mechanized will to grapple with these people. And I never said I was the man for the job. I'm in way over my head. But so are you. We are all in over our head up against an elite who studied how humans operate and are using psychology, sociology, anthropology, marketing, drugging the population, both overtly and covertly. And it's so real and it's so big. And to see the average person reduced by Madison Avenue to feeling insecure about themselves, and to see the average person reduced and dehumanized and just turned into mindless vessels of dehumanization, And to know there's so many other wonderful, good people. I mean, I almost started crying last night when I was at that demonstration and I saw these families bringing their children up to me for me to shake their hand, and I just look at their innocence. And I think about everything that our society's gone through, everything it's going through, everything it's going to go through. And I think about all the children the New World Order's killing, cutting off their food and water and power supplies and stopping development. And it blasts me. I am like blasted by like the winds of tyranny, and it's really made me stronger in a way. As so much of my worldliness that we all have in the system has been just peeled away and torn back, but I'm still this primitive, weak creature, but at the same time I have all these human attributes, all the good things that are in humanity, that paradox. And the more I learn about how people work, the more I understand about myself and others, that we just would have had more time to recognize this earlier. We would have listened to those 50, 60 years ago that warned us, God, it's horrible. People think perception is reality. They think what they buy into is what is the truth. And I've learned in my life to really try to search out what the real truth is. And I just realized that we are a culture of lies. A culture of people that have bought into so many lies and so many distortions. And that's the offer of the New World Order. We'll drug you up. We'll give you entertainment. We'll euthanize you slowly. You know, it's the comfortable, easy way to go versus trying to be an individual in this high-tech grid and trying to figure it out, something I do around the clock. I dream about this stuff. I wake up thinking about it. I constantly have epiphanies and incredibly advanced understandings. And then later I read white papers written by top globalists that are as if it was written by me, but with the evil twist of that they're just openly stating it and saying it's good. And then to be verified, to know I'm right. You know, I wish it wasn't true. So I know that human weakness of like just denial. No, it can't be. It couldn't be. The New World Order is here to devolve and to rip apart and to trample and to stampede humanity. It is a panopticon system to turn the world into a control freak, sadistic, psychopathic paradise. A paradise of evil, a paradise of blood and torture and pain and humiliation. In fact, guys, Google for me, search engine for me, 1984 and the term trampling and being trampled on. I want that full O'Brien quote when he finally breaks Winston, and that's their religion. And he leans over Winston when Winston now believes 2 + 2 = 5. Because freedom is the ability to say 2 + 2 = 4. That really is freedom. And he leans over and he says, now you see, Winston, we are the priest of power, always pressing on the nerve of power. You know, you look at my body, the torturer says, the inner party member, as he leans over Winston, the little newspaper propagandist from the Ministry of Truth. And he says, you look at the lines in my face and the blood vessels in my eyes and how I look like the life is going out of me. But that's the vigor of the overall species, the psychopathic uber species that's going to just tear down humanity, stomp on humanity, annihilate humanity, just driving over it, stomping on the human face forever. And Orwell had been secret policeman in India. He'd fought for the communists, found out that was all rigged. He'd been a top propagandist at BBC during the war. And I've read just so many of his essays and letters where he was talking about this is the real world, this is what they're building. But Huxley came along before he died and gave that Berkeley speech and admitted it's all real. The UN plans to drug you, dumb you down. My brother, runs a lot of it at UNESCO.